morning, everyone. Apologies for the late start. We had a little bit of a technical issue here, which we seem to have experienced last week. It's something that we will get sorted out. But yeah, let's just introduce our teams here. We got Virgin Active Vortex up against Paddle 9 Coachillas, and it's the under 14 game week 2 bout. On court with us at the moment from Paddle 9 Coachillas, playing on the left is Hussein Patel, on his right Isa Arif. From Virgin Active Vortex, at the moment on your left is Adam Joseph, on the right is Mohammed Ways Khalid. And we're just about done with the first set, but it's been a bit of one-way traffic. It's been a little bit so one-way traffic here. The Coachilla is well in control. Sure, that's not good. Wait. Alright, welcome back, folks. We're in the second set with the Coachillas taking the first set quite easily, 6-love. So Vortex need to find something. They need to be able to do something here. But just while we're watching this, we're going to welcome to the commentary box with me the chairman of 360 Paddle, Mohammed Marjam.
Good morning, Nazim. Good one out here. It's nice to be here.
Beautiful morning out here with a bit of sunlight.
As I was telling everyone, I play too little paddle and talk too much. I think I should be on court rather than playing, but I think, if I'm playing against this standard, I'd probably be better off talking. We are very impressed with the standing of the youngsters that we've seen over the first 2 weeks of the Youth Championship. I was saying to somebody this morning, we went from the Diamond League on Wednesday to the unearthing of Diamond League on Saturday. And I think that's really where we need to be focusing all of our efforts in the next year or two in South Africa, if we are going to start developing youngsters to get onto the professional level in this country.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, this year, first of its kind in South Africa. Grassroots development in paddle. It's something we see across all other sports and something needed in the world of paddle for us.
Absolutely, and I think goes back to conversations you and I, guys like Zain, Valley, Riaz have had for many months. And I think the coming together of Paddle Central, 360 Paddle, playing more with our experience with working with youth across football and cricket helps us to try and navigate this space. So I think it was something that's very much needed to fast track the growth of paddle in this country, but also to fast track the youth development and trying to get youngsters to a point where they can, start making a career of this game.
Yeah, and ideally that's what we want to see, and I think I've said it a few times, Booms, and you probably agree with me, is outside of the primary paddle playing countries, a lot of the world is on the same footing with us. So we have a significant opportunity to make an impact on the global stage of paddle, provided we put in the right mechanisms at the bottom with our grassroots.
That's very true. And I think globally, paddle's going very fast, and there's lots of paddle being played. There's not a lot of structured paddle being played in terms of having a system, a developmental system that goes from the youth into the beginners, intermediates, and then into semi-pros and pros. We need to develop a ecosystem if we are going to actually start developing youngsters to become professional. We're 20, 30 years behind, maybe even more, behind Spain, Argentina, Mexico, Italy. So we have a lot of work to do in a short space of time if we even want to consider being on the same playing field. Coming recently from Barcelona, I mean, there was literally a court every corner you went, there was people playing paddle. So it's a culture in those countries. It's becoming a culture in South Africa, but obviously our levels and youngsters grew up with a palas in their hand, in those countries.
Yeah. So I mean, to your point, Booms, I know in my early days as well, some of the guys who have been on trips to Spain, similar to how we have our housing complexes or like Waterfall, etc., or even a lot of them have a paddle court in the middle which is open to all their residents, and that's where they start playing.
Yeah, so it's like tennis courts like how tennis courts used to be all over the place in people's backyards. Sorry. We're starting to see a lot more of that in Johannesburg as well. People building paddle courts in their backyards. I would have thought a few years ago that this would have been the case. It was the thing, if you had a tennis court in your yard, you were very proud of yourself. You've got a paddle court and everyone's coming to play paddle in your yard. But I think there's a lot of elements that need to go into this developmental process. This is one major chunk of it. We need to be able to formulate a way of taking the best youngsters from this, putting them into some sort of fast-track high-performance system if we want to get them moving. It's no point just playing. So the aim of this, the youngsters from Padlet Line playing in Malaysia, which is 35 kilometers from here, they would have never ordinarily come to this venue and played against these youngsters at all age who come from this community. So the idea here is exposing these different youngsters to the different levels of paddle across the province. So there's going to be disparities in gains, and we're going to see the six loves happening across the board, and that's understandable. But the aim is to get the levels closer to each other. But more about that is about the exposure and about them actually getting to play this game more and more against different players. So we want to fast track them. We want to extract the best youngsters from the under 18 and under 14 division across the 188 youngsters we've got playing in this competition, boys and girls, and extract them into a high performance system where we can give them not just paddle coaching but life coaching, financial management, psychology, biokinetics, diet, everything that goes into the development of a professional sports person.
Yeah. We have a lot of opportunity in that sense to start grooming these boys to become professional, or boys and girls to become professional athletes. And with the right structures in place as we put here, but also not only this, it's the progression from here. And I think you guys have done a fantastic job with the 360 series, as I like to call it now. And we've taken 360 Joburg, 360 Pretoria, and culminated now in 360 Diamond. But I see that as a growth path in itself for these boys. And like I said,
so I think that when we first started doing this, it was initially just fun and games, and let's look at how we have got the odd tournament here and there, let's see how it goes. But as the need arose and people started seeing that obviously this is an incredible name now, we felt needed, wow, some essence here. We felt that we need to do more to give back to the community. That's an excellent point they say.
Yeah, I think Adam was doing really well to move the Kachillas from left to right, eventually earning himself a point. He was nice and patient, and that's...
So, yeah, so I think, you know, in terms of the system that we're building, we felt at 360 we need to do more in terms of the developmental pathway and making sure that the youngsters, you know, have a system in which to work from. So, nothing, I just so yeah, coming back to my point.
Okay, the first break point for Vortex. Can they capitalize on this? Sorry, Moms, just to cut you off a little short there. We'll pick up in a sec.
Don't say. So I think the developmental pathway is something that we're very passionate about, and once we felt that 360, like you said, 360 have built what word did you use? A series. Yes, I like to call it the ecosystem, the developmental pathway, the ecosystem. We see it in other sports as well, but we're trying to do a lot in a small space of time. But I think we've made significant strides already within the 10 months that 360 have really been working at this level. You know, up till that point, I would say we were still very running as a social club and not as a formalized entity of sorts.
Whose point was that? Nope.
So the developmental pathway is something that we will talk about for time to come. We see it in other sports. Until there is, you know, some guidance from the federation or the union, association, whatever it's called, where systems are put in place on a national, provincial, district level, we need to do something. We can't just sit by and have these money tournaments happening every week and our youngsters see that that's the end goal. I think that for me has been a major driver, is that there's too much of that going on, and we shouldn't be seeing big money tournaments happening at under 14, under 18 levels. It's about, we need to get the development part of it right. Not to say that there's no place for it, but it shouldn't be the emphasis. And I find too many youngsters focused on playing in money tournaments, rigging levels already. So we've given them a system whereby it's not about money, it's about playing and about developing.
I couldn't agree more with you there, Monza. You know, a lot of these...
Excellent Bahada
from Adam. I couldn't agree with you more there, Monza. It's, at this age, money should not be a driver for them. It should be the ability to play, the ability to meet new people out here, the ability to improve themselves, up their game, and yes, you're gonna, you know, I always have this vision of rolling this out nationally. And if we're able to roll it out nationally, they have the opportunity to start traveling nationally. That should be the draw card for them.
Look, I've already had calls from Durban and Cape Town wanting the 360 youth league structure to be brought there. I think it's something that we we should definitely be considering finding the good partners in province to help us drive this, so that we can develop a national system. Because it's not about, oh, 360 want to be everyone and be everywhere, do everything. We work with partners across the board in every single one of our products. And so that's how we feel we're going to make a difference. So I think taking it national should definitely be a goal for us. I was actually in Tanzania a week and a half ago talking to somebody who's been the driver of paddle in Tanzania, and he was so impressed by what South Africa's been doing. He's asked, can we bring the blueprints of what we're doing to their country? So I think we have a responsibility, and I think on the African continent we can do a lot with what's in front of us, and really make a difference to the growth of the sport on this continent.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to these. I know you are. This is the driver, but yeah, I think we need to get back to some of the paddle here and get back to some of our activities on court. Sorry,
yeah,
and
so enjoy the rest of the day. I need to go to another court complex to go in, make sure everything's running smoothly. My dedicated team are out and about. We try to cover 10 courts on a weekly basis, so it's not an easy one to do. We need to check in with all the clubs, making sure everything's running in proper order and making sure the youngsters are getting their due deserve. So yeah, thanks Nazim for all of you, what you're doing here for the youth champs as part of our steerco of the youth league, and we're just looking forward to growing this to the next level.
Absolute pleasure, Booms.
Thanks
for joining us. And just as Booms had mentioned, we are traveling around. So this afternoon, the under-18s will be streamed live from Marks Park, where we got Netset Maestros versus Marks Park Mavericks. Be sure to tune in for that. The under-18s, as we said last week, it's always a complete change of pace. It's a very different mindset, very different game on court. See?
First thing is my strategy worked perfectly.
Good high lob from Adam there. I think for a second or so he thought he's Adam van Harten. The way he teed up for that smash, just a little too far for him. Huh? That's a good shot. Just guiding it down the line. Nothing fancy, and that's what you want to see at this level. Just to make good decisions. You probably get a little bit of flair every so often. There's nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with a bit of flair. But at this age, it's about putting the ball back in, making the right shot choices like that. Just a reminder, we are live from Virgin Active Paddle Club, Old Eds. It's a beautiful venue, a beautiful morning out here. Let's see. We're set to serve for the match. This is for the 3 points. The shot, nothing wrong with the shot selection, right? Execution, a little bit of a problem. Delicate little touch from Isa, great point. That's better. More of that down the middle, Adam. Down the middle again. No, that's out. Bahara just long. This is where some of the coaching probably is key. That's the match, and the Coachillas have taken the 3 points. 6-love, 6-1, pretty dominant performance from the Coachillas. They're going to play the 10-point tie break now.
The first set he was playing so well until the end of complete.
Okay, Vortex on the board. 1-love. Just clarifying the rules for the players. They were unaware of that it had to be a 10-point tiebreak. Love 2. There's 1-2. Autumn to serve. That's a good lob from Hussein. Well played by Ways. Keeping it into Isa's corner. Nothing fancy. It's 3-1 to Vortex. Oh, a smash, but Isa covers. And Adam's gonna push it to the side. Isa still getting there. Isa Ara from the under 14 Coachillas, one of the stronger players out in the 360 youth circuit. great play from Hussein.
I thought it was so cute.
Good get from over the ways. Stuck in the corner. The Chillers, I think, thought they were going to be winning that point already. Oh, that's well played from the save. And a lot from Adam. Pushing them deep. Lines up for the Bahada, just hits it long. Getting that ball from behind it. I think that's where the 360 Youth League developmental part comes in. It's for the coaches to sit and work on a few key aspects with their players. The Bahada being one of them. You want to have your body weight behind the ball, not in front of it. A volley from the way he's forcing Isa into the era, or into a block rather. Serving to the wrong side.
There we go, Nina. There we go, boy.
Better. Body was slightly behind the ball rather than in front of it. A good smash from Isa. Isa Arif at 14 years old with some height on him. Gives him a bit of an advantage with those smashes. Smash again this time, it doesn't go over and Arif is there. Arif just trying to drive that ball. Return into the back class. That's the end of it. Battle 9 the Chillers. A clean sweep of 4 points. So, Battle 9 the Chillers have won that, but we're going to see if we can move another game onto this court. It's a pair 2, so I'll be back in a sec while we get the other players across. Yeah.
Nazim Saleh.
Ace.
Nazim very good.
Jati, I'll check to you. Okay, folks, just updating scores here. Hamad and Aiden leading 3-1 in the second set, having taken the first set 7-5. Vortex on the far side, playing for Vortex. On the left, Hamad Essa. On the right, Aiden Borat. From the Panel 9 Kuchilas, on the left we got Zaidan Ali, and on the right, Mohammed Dango. Mohammed Dango on serve. Dango on the Bahara, just trying to hit it a little bit harder than he should have. The wrist was very loose. Good reach from Hamad. One of the players on the court, Aiden, I can say about Aiden is having watched him last week, he's just very relaxed on the court, doesn't try too much, good hands, puts the ball back. See, that's what we say, work it around. Oh, that's a good contra pared. And from Aiden. Looking for that ball coming through, but keep very gentle. Oh, and this time trying to hit the Vibora a bit too hard. Hits it straight into the back glass. Hamad playing like a left-sided player, a lot more aggressive. Well played from Aiden. Play to the fence. Good job. And well played from Hamad. Good rule from Hamad as well. Great point for Vortex. And that's out. So Vortex leading 4-1. Come out on serve. Good get from Mango. But again, Aiden, soft little shot through the middle to the back. Oh. Oh, that's a great return from Zaidan. Well, got a racket under it. Just a good lob there from the young man Mohammed Dango. Great point for Battle 9.
1,000. Frozen. Okay. Okay, yeah.
Apologies, folks. Just had a bit of a stutter in connection, and as we rejoin, Ahmad hitting a beautiful bahada to end that match. Vortex. Good smash from Ahmad. Apologies.
This is the cleanest loss yet. Yes, sir. Yes, you can.
Vortex with the win, 6-1. They're into the tiebreak. Into the tiebreak for the bonus point. Great shot from Aiden. Great work again. As I said earlier, nothing flash. It's very gentle, just puts the ball back. But there, a great shot selection. Pushing it wide to the fence. With the soft touch, it just hits the fence and comes off very awkwardly from the side out. Commentators curse. Great shot from Ahmad. Volley straight down the middle. Leading 8-1 in the tiebreak. 2 points away from, well, 1 point away from securing the bonus point. Great shot from Aiden again, but excellent hit from Mohammed. Oh, Dango, well done. That's a good shot from Zaidan down the middle, hanging in there. Sorry, 9-2. Oh, Kumar sending that ball into orbit. Great shot. Soft volley down the middle, and that's a wrap. Vortex securing 4 points. That's the end of the broadcast from the under 14s. Join us at 2 p.m. where we bring you the Let's Set Maestros versus Marks Park Mavericks under 18. That's definitely going to be a banger. So join us, and for now, it's goodbye.